Hey y'all, what's up? It's Greg here. Today I want to talk about how you can avoid burnout. I think there's a different way that we have to operate in order to not get burned out in the healthcare space. If you're a therapist, you're a registered dietitian, you're a chiropractor, you're feeling burned out, I want you to listen to this video and I want you to listen to it in its entirety. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Thank you guys as always for listening to the videos, and I hope you guys are getting a lot of value out of the other videos that I've done. Right now, I'm actually in the North Georgia mountains. I actually have a cabin here. I'm doing my typical morning walk, and it actually snowed this morning, which is pretty nice. But the way that I have trained myself and the way that I bring value to the world is different than how I did it 15, 20 years ago, now close to 25 years since I've been a licensed physical therapist. So I want to tell you guys what I'm doing today that's different than what I did back then. And the way that I do things today is I'm actually working in seasons, okay? So I work in a 6-week season at a time. I don't work 9 to 5. I don't work 40 hours a week. I work in 6-week seasons. Now, in order to do this, you're going to have to not be an employee, right? In order to do this, you're going to have a business, and preferably it's a business that is not always having to have you physically in front of people. So I want to talk about how that looks. I want to talk about how I set up my 6-week season. And I think for many of you that are really interested in getting into the online space, or you are going to continue to do things clinically, but you're going to build it so that you have other people that are doing the clinical work as well. I think this might work for you because it works really well for me, okay? So the first thing I need you guys to understand, let's just talk about the mindset first that kind of goes behind this. And then we'll talk about what a 6-week season actually looks like, okay? Because I'm currently, this week, I'm in the beginning of my next wave of a season, okay? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the mindset first. So the mindset behind it is understanding that you can no longer play the money game, which is what 95% of America is playing. They're playing the money game. They're making decisions off of staying at a job or leaving a job because of money. Everything's about money. It's like even if they like where they work, they'll leave that job because of money. This job's gonna pay me $5,000 more a year. This job's gonna pay me $10,000 more a year. This job's gonna pay me $15,000 more a year. Okay. The first thing that I've done in order to avoid burnout is I stopped playing the money game and I started playing the time game. Okay? Burnout is a factor of time. Okay? You can make $150,000 a year and still be burned out. You can make $30,000 a year and be burned out. Okay? Burnout is not solved by making more money. Burnout is solved by getting more time and being able to win in whatever it is that you're doing. So if you're feeling weary, chances are you're not winning in a time game. So in order to avoid burnout and to not let burnout succumb you and beat you up, you're going to have to play a different game. You're going to have to play the time game. Okay, here's what I've learned about playing the time game. I've been playing the time game since 2005, but I've been intentionally, truly trying to win at the time game since 2012. Okay, now, let me tell you about the time game. If you play the time game, you have a chance of winning the time game. And when you win in the time game, you automatically win the money game. But when you only play the money game, you can't win the time game. You can only win the money game. And when you play the money game and the money game only, that is the highest probability that you are going to experience burnout. Okay? All right. That's the first thing you got to understand. All right? Because if you don't play the time game, then you will not change the way that you're doing things right now. I'm assuming you're burned out because you either A, work for somebody else and you're working a crap ton of hours and you don't feel like you're getting ahead, you're not making enough money for you to see that there's an end in sight, you're not able to save up enough money through your traditional job that you're working so much at that you're actually able to build any assets, which is having vehicles make money whether you are physically working or not. So it's weary. You feel like you're defeated all the time because you're not, like, you're working hard and you're really not truly working so that it's going to be easier. That's no fun. Okay? So here's the thing you must understand. You got to be able to build assets. And if you're going to play the time game, you're going to probably have to do this totally different than what you're doing right now. Okay? You're going to have to. All right, so here's how I do it. Because I have set up my businesses to be able to work without me, if you're solo, that means you're going to have to go online. If you are doing things clinically, that means you're going to have people doing the clinical work besides you. If you do that, then you can adopt what it is that I'm doing right now, which is working within 6-week seasons. Okay, so here's how the seasons work. I have 8 6-week seasons that I do a year. Okay, and in the 6-week seasons, there is one primary activity that I'm doing every single week for 6 weeks. Okay, week number 1. By the way, these don't have to go in consecutive order. This is just the way that I have decided to do it. I've started doing it this year. It has been wonderful, and I'm highly advising you all to do this as well. Okay, week number 1 is my vacation week. Okay, that is my week for rest, it's for recovery, it is for using my mind to be able to create, to be able to be reflective on the prior 6 weeks, which then tells me what are the problems that not only I continue to have, what are the problems that my customers are continuing to have, and what are things that I can solve for them in the future, okay? And so time for me to be able to recover mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. All right, so I do that. That's what I do. That's my first week. I'm actually doing that right now. That's why I'm in Georgia. I'm at my cabin. I'm with my wife. We're just relaxing. And then guess what? I have another week that I do different things, and I'm going to tell you what those things are. So that's the first week. Week number 1 is that. Week number 2 is where I am focused primarily on fulfilling for my clients. Okay, fulfilling for people that I've already taken money from. I need to go and fulfill for them, okay? Meaning that whatever I promise them, I need to go and do that. So next week, that's what I'm doing, okay? I am just focused on fulfilling for my clients, okay? And I'm actually doing that next week. I have clients that are coming in and I'm working with them, okay? I'm working with them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll take off a break on Thursday, and then I'm gonna work with another wave of clients Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I do that for 1 full week, okay? Sometimes you can do it those days in a row, like what I'm doing it. Sometimes you can't do it that way. Sometimes but it's pretty much in the 6 weeks, it's 7 days of fulfilling for clients. Now you're like, well, I can't do that. Well, that means you need to change the way you do things. You need to change the way that you're actually serving your clients, okay? All right, week number 3. Week number 3 is where all I'm focusing on is getting in front of people that don't know who I am, okay? Marketing. It's capturing the attention of people that don't know that Greg Todd or Greg Todd's businesses exist. Okay, so whether that's our vacation rental companies, okay, what are we doing from a marketing effort to get in front of new people that have no idea that our different places exist? If it's for my consulting company, it's doing videos like this. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, great. All right, now if it's for my partnerships, it's me trying to build new partnerships, new relationships with people that have audiences that could also be audiences that I serve. I serve them in a different way than those people serve them. Guys, there's so many people that already want what it is that you have, but they don't know you exist. Okay, so that's what I do. That is week 3, all right? Week 4 is where I'm not focused on just capturing attention. I'm focused on now in getting leads, okay? New leads. What's leads? Leads are people that will pay me with their attention. And they do pay. They pay through giving me their contact information. They give me their name, they give me their email, sometimes they give me their phone number. I get their information, I bring them value. The value I give them is usually something that they would pay money for, but I'm gonna give it to them for free. Do you have that? Are you focused on doing that? Because if you don't have leads, then the next week, which is I'm just focused 1 week on just presenting offers to people that are in my world. Okay, that's a week that I'm just bringing value to people, and then I'm presenting, these are the different offerings that I have, okay? You could stay at this vacation spot here. You could stay here. You can work with me in a consulting capacity. You can buy my course. You can buy my book. 1 week out of the 6 weeks, that's all I'm doing. It's just focus on bringing value to people, but then also presenting them with the offerings that I have. So basically, this is what it means. It means that I'm gonna have 8 times 7. I'm gonna have 56 days in the year that I am focused on bringing value and presenting offers. 56 out of the 365 days. Remember, 8 seasons, 6 weeks. Got it? Okay. It means that I'm gonna have 8 weeks a year that I'm just focused on marketing and getting in front of brand new people. That means that I'm gonna have 56 days a year, 8 weeks, where I'm just focused on getting leads. Guys, can I tell you what it's been so far for 2025? I've gotten nearly 900 leads just focusing on it for 7 days. When you focus, you can do so many amazing things. By the way, those are the things that you need to do in order to grow your business. You need to fulfill for your clients. You need to get leads. You need to capture people's attention. You need to present offers to people. And you need to take care of yourself. By the way, if you notice, there's 1 week missing. That week, I look at, okay, well, this is what I've done. What do I need to do a little bit more of? Okay, maybe I need to spend more time fulfilling for my clients. Maybe I didn't get as many leads as I wanted in this first season of 6 weeks. Okay, well, maybe I need to focus more time on that. So I have a flex week in there as well. I think that's so valuable, and it allows you to win the time game. Guess what else I get? Guess what else I get? I get 6 weeks of vacation. I get 6 vacation weeks a year. 6 vacation weeks, not all bundled up at one time throughout the year so that I don't burn out. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. By the way, in this last season, 6-week wave, brought in 200 grand. Like, guys, play the time game. But see, if you continue to do it in the way that you're doing it right now, which is you physically being in front of someone, and that's the only way you're going to give them value, it's the only way you'll be able to get new people in your world is when you're physically in front of somebody. The only way you're going to get leads is when you're physically at a market. The only way you're going to get leads is when you're physically at the YMCA or wherever you go. You're physically at a CrossFit box. Well, guess what? You're going to physically run out of time. You're going to run out of time because everything you're doing is physical. So I would highly advise you to at least consider what it is that I'm saying and ask yourself, damn, that sounds really cool, but I can't do that? I don't know how the heck to do that. Well, we can help you with that. By the way, this is not me trying to sell you on anything. I'm not in that week right now, but you know, we have a lot of free stuff that you can get to at least get you going and get you started. Here, I'll do this. I have a free program, and I have my software that I have all 4 of my businesses run through online. And if you guys want, I'll actually give you the software for free for 2 months. I'll give it to you free for 2 months. And I have a program that kind of goes along with it, shows you how to set it up. So you can start at least winning in a time game, right? At least playing in a time game. So if you want that, I'll give it to you for free. It's called the Software Sprint. You can text me, Software Sprint. Text that at 813-534-6453. I would just highly advise you guys, to start playing the time game. Start playing the time game because that's the only way you're going to be able to win. At least in today's world. Look, 2015, 2010, 2005. No, that's not the case. You could win by just treating enough patients, getting a good job. But not today. You can't win today. You cannot win today unless you're truly intentionally playing the time game. Okay? The market, the world, people's pockets have changed way too much. It's impossible to win. So come on, let's do it. All right? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the next one.